Back in August, I published my first deck guide for the Elder Scrolls Legends, Purple Prophecy. At the time, it was one of the most fun and interesting decks I had played to date. Over a month later, I still love playing it, but I have fallen in love with another, and I thought I would share it with you. This deck is called the Blue Marshal deck. More information can be found on the Fextralife blog. So here we're going to be taking on another mage deck. You never know what sort of mage deck you're going to play when you play one, so you sort of have to expect anything. So go ahead and drop my Dunmer Nightblade here. I have backup with Camlorn or Wordcrafter as necessary.
Careful there, friend.
He drops the Wordcrafter, so I go ahead and drop the Evermore Steward after I attack with the Dunmer Nightblade.
Your destruction is at hand.
These guys will trade hits, and then I can finish off the Wordcrafter next round. As you can see, we've already got good pressure on him. He's down 2 points, and we've got 3 guys on the board to his 1. Again, he has no idea what sort of mage deck we're playing, so he's a little wondering what I have in my hand right now. Let's go ahead and see what he does here. Trades hits like I thought. That's all he does. That's surprising. Okay. One of the keys to this sort of deck is saving your creatures if you can. You definitely always want to keep your creatures on the board. Don't ever trade them if you can avoid it. So we're going to go ahead and fireball him. Got a couple of attacks in here. And break a run. One of the dangers of this sort of deck is, or a mage deck when you're playing against them, especially when you don't know what type of deck he has, which we still don't, is Ice Storm. Can be utterly devastating, can clear your board. So on this next turn here, we already have pretty good board control. Don't have anything in the other lane. Doesn't matter if that Wordcrafter attacks us or not. He gets a Prophecy there. Let's see what he does. Puts in his hands probably a healing potion. Doesn't play it. I'm going to go ahead and pass here just in case he has an Ice Storm. Sure enough, there it is, the Ice Storm. Good thing we saved our creatures. So we're not in that bad a shape. We're still up double the score. We got plenty of cards.
Let's do this.
Miss out on the proc there, but we got 2 more creatures down, and we're in decent shape. He can go ahead and ping me with that card all he wants. He's just going to feed me more cards. It's not really a danger.
Let's shed some light.
So he can't really kill me with a fireball. So we're in pretty good shape. Unless he uses 2 fireballs, which we'll take that. 2 cards for 1. Another Javelin. So again, you don't want to waste creatures if you can save them, so go ahead and drop the Wordcrafter. Get some board control, clear the other card there, save our creature. Pretty good shape again. Pings me for a card, we'll take that, thank you. And another Ice Storm. Wow, okay, so that's 2 Ice Storms. He's only got 1 more. Hopefully we don't see it. We get the card draw there. Nice. Divine Fervor, Heart and Soul of the deck. Drop 2 more cards on. 1 is tough to kill because of the ward. And we're back in business. Still got 5 cards, 2 creatures on the board to his none, and almost double his score, so we're in good shape. We are approaching that 10 mana threshold, which pretty much makes that deck over there pretty tough, so we want to try and finish him off quickly if we can before we get into that. So Ash Servant in here, take that guy out. This card is super useful. Kill the other guy with the ward, so we save him, get the card draw, ping him for another 5. A third Ice Storm. Wow. That guy had a lucky fucking draw. He just passes, so go ahead and drop Brutal Ashlander here and drop Tome of Alteration onto it. Get a card draw, make it a little tougher to kill. Oh, and we get Keeper of Whispers, so we'll drop that into play as well. That was a good pickup there. Keeper of Whispers, really tough card to kill. And then when you have Divine Fervor, even tougher. Plus, it's very good at blocking silences from purple decks, which are just a pain in the ass. Drops the Manticore. We're in that 10 mana range. Just figuring out which one to kill. Kills the Ashlander, hits him. It's okay. And he heals him. And it doesn't matter. We're going to javel him anyway. We got our 0 cost elusive schemer. We'll drop it just to see what we pick up. Another Ash Servant.
Care to go again?
Okay. Ping him here.
That's tears.
We'll drop the Hive Defender just to have lethal on the board. Put some pressure on him. Wouldn't normally drop a guard with nothing else on the board. I like to surprise those after people commit so they don't know what they're getting into. But in this case, we want to have lethal on the board. So he javelins the defender. We still have lethal with the steel sword if he doesn't do anything drastic.
Looking to make a purchase.
Okay, that doesn't do anything. Get some card draw.
Looking to make a purchase.
And now we no longer have lethal. It's okay. Ooh, another Divine Fervor. We'll drop that out. Divine Fervor, just making this deck churn right along with all our creatures. A Dash Servant for another kill. Beautiful.
That's tears.
And we have lethal again. Unless he wipes all 3 of those creatures off the board, he is fucked. And he has no more Ice Storms, as we know. Crushing Blows 1. Manticore is the other. Perfect. We got the Javelin. That's game.
Hands off my wares.
It has been my honor.
You can see we took out a pretty standard mage deck there. Holds up pretty good. Looks like we're taking on a yellow-purple deck. These decks can be rather difficult for the deck we're playing. We pick up a pretty good draw, though. Divine Fervor, always nice to have in an opening hand. Never get rid of that card if you can help it. You never want them to play first when it's blue or purple-yellow. They can get ahead of you real quick, so I always pray they pass the first turn, and they do. Perfect. So we got the Nightblade on the board. We got Shrieking Harpy. That'll back up if needed, and Cunning Ally as well. We'll see what he does here. He's thinking.
Training is over. It's time to act.
Drops a trainer, pretty standard. Scouting Patrol. That's the sort of shit we don't like to see, because we do not want to trade our cards for tokens. So we'll drop the Shrieking Harpy, and can't quite kill the trainer over there, so let's prevent him from attacking with him, just to make sure he doesn't get a free kill. Take out the other one, and we'll drop the Ashlander in the other lane so we can wipe out that token and possibly kill the trainer next turn. Drops the skeleton and Okay, he's in pretty good shape over there. We'll see what happens when we attack with the Ashlander. Wipe the ward out. Okay, so drop Divine Fervor. Take out the trainer, and we'll be able to get one more kill with that creature before we're all said and done, which is good. Those trainers are just a pain in the ass. You got to get them down as quick as you can, especially in these burn decks. Pick up Defender there, that's good, we'll probably need it. And he has a Haunted Spirit. Those things are shit. Really, really good cards. Very difficult unless you have Javelins, which we have, thank God. You can see the Divine Fervor already working its magic. 3/3 now becomes a 4/4, and it'll take 2 creatures to kill, which is good for us because we're probably going to need it. I think he'll probably go face here. He's trying to take off as much damage off me as quickly as he can. Oh, destroyed that shit. Oh, buffs the perfect. We'll Piercing Javelin next round. Oh, we get the Prophecy. Don't even have to. Perfect. He's probably pissed off right now. That did not go as he planned. Keeper of Whispers, excellent against yellow-purple decks, which are sort of the bane of this mage deck we play. So that'll help out.
We'll hold no matter what.
You can see I saved the East March Crusader because I don't have a Rune Broken and I want the card draw. Could have probably dropped it there. We have plenty of cards, but we may need we may need every card we can get. I'm gonna go ahead and trade here, drop the guard. Don't normally like trading, but this guy's gonna keep putting the pressure on, so I gotta keep that board clear if I can. Execute. One of the things about purple yellow decks is their card draw is not very good, so we're trying to burn them out of cards. As you can see, he's out there. Be able to kill one of these guys here. Drop the Elusive Schemer. Shrieking Harpy, perfect. We will tie down his Mammoth, so he has to trade with the Ghost. Little does he know we have another Javelin. Or a Javelin, I should say. And we will kill his Mammoth with that Javelin. Again, I like to save my creatures if I can. I don't want to trade either of these for a 1/1. So we will go ahead and fireball this guy here since we got the proc. Keep him alive. Now he's completely out of cards. We got 3 creatures on the board, 2 in our hand. One of them will draw me a card, so we're in good shape. He goes ahead and passes. You got a guard. Save that for now.
Gotcha.
And drop the East March Crusader, pick up that card draw. And we get a Daggerfall Mage. Great. So we'll go ahead and drop that on the other side. Try and split up his attention a little bit. As you can see, we weathered the storm, pull into the lead here. Barring anything catastrophic, we should have this victory in hand already. It's another trainer out and a Javelin. It's fine. He's not going to kill me with those 2 creatures over there. Go ahead and get rid of that guy. Just make sure no Prophecy pings here before we drop anything.
What are your intentions?
Go ahead and drop the guard. And we'll go ahead and drop the other guard as well. I wouldn't normally commit both. I don't think he has any mass removal in this deck the way it's put together. So I'm going to gamble that he doesn't have that. Try and keep the pressure on him. He gets a bit of healing there. Shouldn't be a problem. We should still have enough to kill him. We still have that Steel Sword if necessary. I always like to hang on to those for lethal if possible. I don't know why he killed that guy, but alright.
You can't defeat me.
And we still have lethal on the board.
Don't make me laugh.
I have you now.
Gotcha.
And we won't even need to use the Steel Sword. And that's how you take care of a yellow-purple deck.